a newly elevated Jedi Master, Mundi is contemplative, though with a weakness for jumping to favored conclusions. This is from the Acolyte visual guide, and it's been included just to do damage control for the Disney canon. In pre-Disney Star Wars, the Sith were extinct for a millennia. The character who says this is Ki-Adi-Mundi. He says this in The Phantom Menace.
Impossible. The Sith have been extinct for a millennium.
And in pre-Disney Star Wars, in The Phantom Menace, when he says this, despite being on the council, he was only a Jedi Knight. Because in real Star Wars, pre-Disney Star Wars, not everyone on the council was a master. But of course, here in the Acolyte, they made him a master for whatever reason. And I assume they did this because the people involved in creating the show, Leslie Headland and even Dave Filoni, who approved all the scripts, don't actually really know anything about Star Wars. Because if they actually had a clue and knew what they were doing, they wouldn't have made the main antagonist a Sith. In pre-Disney Star Wars, Dark Jedi are a thing. Fallen Jedi who use the dark side and even wield red blades are a thing, and they are not called Sith. Being a Sith is a specific kind of thing that requires a specific kind of teachings, just like being a Jedi does. One of the biggest issues people had with the show is how it fucks up the prequels with the inclusion of the Sith and even Ki-Adi-Mundi's character. You didn't need to do any of that. And it is not helped by the fact that viewers of the show have no clue what the Jedi know about the Sith during the time of the High Republic. As far as I'm aware, bleeding a kyber crystal, having a red blade in Disney canon, is specific to the Sith. But in pre-Disney, you didn't need to do that to have a red blade. You just had a synthetic kyber crystal. So when Dooku shows up in the prequels with a red blade, wielding the dark side, they don't jump to the conclusion that he is a Sith. He is just considered a fallen Jedi at that point until they find out he's Darth Tyrannus. But that is just in pre-Disney canon, the real canon. In Disney Star Wars, they just assume you are a Sith if you have a red lightsaber.
You have no business left with the Pikes Tyrannus.
Tyrannus? You are the man called Tyrannus?
I told you everything you needed to know on Geonosis all those years ago, Kenobi. You should have joined me. Sifo Dyas understood. He saw the future. That is why he helped me.
But a simple workaround for that is to just give Chimere regular blades, blue or green or whatever his Jedi blades looked like. He could have just been clearly a fallen Jedi instead of someone who looks like a Sith. And there was that shot of Plagueis, but what the fuck was the implication? Is he Plagueis' apprentice? We don't know because it's never explained in the show. It's just there for no reason. If he didn't have red blades, if Osha and May weren't characters and it was just about Chimere, a fallen Jedi, killing other Jedi, and you had Sol and Jackie trying to track him down and stop him, it would have been a much better show. And you didn't need anything to do with the Sith in this show that would have fucked up the established canon. The canon of Disney Star Wars as well, which is the High Republic. It just fucks everything up. And it leads to situations like this, where they have to take up a whole section in this book to explain why it's even happening. Disney Star Wars is constantly making what George did with the prequels and the original trilogy not make sense. Sure, Disney wanted to do their own thing with Star Wars, so they decanonized the EU. They kept the 6 films and the Clone Wars. They were in a perfect position to do whatever they wanted and expand the universe in their own way and make it all fit together and work perfectly, but for some reason they keep fucking it up.
How does it feel to have lived long enough to see all of your favorite franchises go down in flames?
Feels great.